When Alejandro looks left, right, and left again and says it's safe to turn right, we're going to go right. Vicente, put your helmet on. Hurley, bike program. Take one.
It's like I just fell off my bike. And not hurt, I look around to see if anybody saw me. My lips curve like the moon into a sliver smile, and I laugh at everything that's ever come out of my mouth. But gone through my head, how important I thought it all was, how important I thought I was, how important it all seemed. And through it all the moon gleamed its simple light of wholeness, how it cuts through the silliness.
Underpass is all jacked up because you start out like on a mountain and you like go like swoop down and you hit the ground like that, keep it going straight, and then you have to pedal to the top.
And now I'm spilling the moon's juices.
We're building brains faster right now than you would in school. Every hour on the bikes with a group like this is worth hundreds of hours in the classroom for brain development.
It's like I just fell off my bike and not hurt. I look around to see if anybody saw me. My lips curve like the moon into a sliver smile, and I laugh at everything that's ever come out of my mouth or gone through my head. And how important I thought it all was, how important I thought I was, how important it all seemed.
Why do we hop on these mechanisms and arbitrarily ride them around more or less in circles? Why? I'll tell you why. We love it. We love the endorphins, we love the pain, we love the passion. Cycling is one of the most passionate sports on the planet, people.
Fathers and sons racing together. This is something that you are not going to see in any other sport, where physiologically the demands are excruciating, and yet fathers are with their sons. It is spectacular.
It'll be cool for us to both be in the same race.
No! I figure a Seaver's at the front and a Seaver's at the end. That should work, huh?
I helped talk him into racing.
Inside of cycling, mine and my dad's relationship is we're training partners. You know, we motivate each other, we bounce ideas off each other.
Water on the road, it's windy, it's 36 degrees, and one of us doesn't want to go out and train, but the other guy says, you know what, we got to do it because we've got a goal, we've got to finish what we started.
So we're very similar personalities. My mom always jokes that we're exactly the same, have all the same quirks and all the same good sides.
It makes a nice family activity for us. Since Matthew's autistic, this has been real good for him to get out on the bike. Makes a good bond between us, and also it's a good form of exercise for him. We've gone on a couple group rides. We keep up real well on the flats and the downhills. The tandems are good there. We've got to work pretty hard to stay up with the group if it's an uphill.
He has seen me ride many of times. He has seen me race. He has seen me training. How aggressive and everything I am on the saddle. He loves to be out, just out watching me ride. Yeah, he has seen me do all of my races, never missed one.
It's passionate, it's raw, it's in your face, you're into it like every second, every hour. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Spiritual, moral, ethical, physical, mental.
What the hell are you talking about, dude?
There's a certain spirituality and flow and freedom to being on that bike.
Riding a bike is like it's feeling vulnerable and it's feeling kind of at the mercy, but it's also feeling very powerful. It's a nice balance between the two.
He
you feel that pain and you're just looking forward to getting home. There's no way to get bored of that. You feel the pain and it just keeps you going.
Keeps you present, keeps you here today.
It's a great way to just to, you know, to get around, to see the world, to be outside, to interact with people, to travel, get to work, get to school, go grocery shopping, whatever you do, you know.
It's just like being a kid again.
It keeps you healthy and it feels good. It feels good.
I don't understand the competition factor. And yet, when I'm riding, all I want to do is go faster than everybody.
Yeah, the exhilaration of competing against other people.
If somebody looked back on human culture and say, what did we give the world? The bicycle is like the greatest thing ever. The ultimate technology. It's elegant.
As racers, as athletes, and as humans, we're all just getting faster and faster, evolving. It's kind of fun. I really like watching Greta's ass as she rides in front of me. Woo! Look at that. Damn! Woo! Dang! Woo! Having a good time.
Morning's the best time of the day. Turns out that I feel the most productive. I just feel the brightest. Maybe it's the coffee.
Jay, how often do you cook Ray's breakfast?
About 5 mornings a week.
Receivers. I live in Pinos Altos. I work in Silver City. I like riding. I like medicine. What else do you need to know?
My name is Jay Hemphill. I'm 29 years old. My profession is a bicycle shop owner. Moved here in '99 from DeSoto, Kansas to finish a degree at Western New Mexico. My last few years in high school and in junior college, I worked at a bike shop. I worked there for like 4 years, and I kind of got into the bike culture there. And then I moved here, and I kind of always had my eye on the shop. And the opportunity came up a few months ago to buy it, and jumped on it. That's one thing, you know, that I thought was really good about the business. Is, you know, we got people that work here are all cyclists. We get a lot of people coming in here just to hang out and talk about cycling. It's definitely a good atmosphere like that. It's a pretty laid-back town. There's a lot of people in Silver City, got a lot of time to waste. So they spend it in here a lot, which is fine with me.
Bikes are artwork. The finished product can't be record. Oh yeah. My name's Chama. Don't tell Jesse, but he's gonna be my rope-a-dope. I don't really train, I just ride. I would attribute most of the hiking bike schoolness to the SB working here. It's kind of hard because you spend all your paychecks on bikes. I'd like to see Dominic win most, I think. If anyone would have win, he's definitely the underdog in terms of his bike. You know, he's got 7 speeds.
I just want to prove that it's not about the bike. You know, I got a great bike, all right, but I have maybe about $100 invested in my bike right now at this point.
Right now I'm riding a Specialized S-Works Tarmac SL. My bike's worth more than the car. The other day we were going to trade it in and we found out that the car's only worth $600. Well, we call it the Roach. It's a brown car. Turns off when you're going too fast because it needs a new alternator. Right now my bike's worth about, I say about 6,500.
We actually saw an advertisement for Park Tools in one of the bike magazines and was saying that that's what Lance Armstrong's thing looked like. So I figured if I can't ride like Lance Armstrong, I'll go ahead and have a tool bench like his. This is my baby, the Pinarello. Call her Pinarella.
I think cycling is one of the most beautiful sports there is out there. It's a perfect combination, at least I think, of man and machine. You know, the bicycle's a very simple machine. I think it's a beautiful design. And then cycling, there's just something beautiful about, you know, it's out there pedaling your bike. I love every aspect of it. You know, I love working hard. I'm getting tired on the bike. I guess you could say that's why I'm out there racing.
I was born on 12th Street, about 2 blocks from the Gila hiking bike. I've been riding my trailer around. It weighs in roughly around 130 pounds normally with all my tools in it. Okay, so it doesn't give me much lungs, but my legs are like, been getting strong. You know, I've been getting my legs all nice and strong, okay? Well, up until recently, I actually kind of despised riding my bike on the road unless I was actually going somewhere. So the stronger I am, the less I use my car. So the less I use my car, the stronger I am. And so every year I gotta pay $140 and get on my bike and just whoop my own ass, man. And this year I actually rode my bike more than 15 miles at least once before race day.
We had quite a group of riders interested in doing the Tour of the Gila, and we thought a identifying jersey would be nice to have for the local riders. So
Jeff McGoy's team, I would say. He's providing us all with jerseys.
He has resources, and he shares his resources.
Jeff McGoy from Mastercraft Metals was generous enough to put out jerseys for everybody.
Sona Beachy, Mastercraft Metals. Catchy little name. It's not son of a bitchy. It's Sona Beachy. It actually means something in Italian.
Sano in Italian means healthy or disease-free, so we came up with Sano Bici, which means healthy cycling.
I'm not sure how they figured it out. I can sense they're with like a Latin dictionary, like trying to figure out which words they could choose that sound more like something else. Because I didn't get it for a while until I said it out loud.
Sano Bici. I can't see myself wearing the jersey the whole race. At some point the damn thing's gonna have to come off.
He builds a really good bike community, and he has a lot to do with it.
It's so busy
You got the number, okay.
You got 3 numbers.
Then you are done. We are finished with you.
All right, how many glad you got in from the cut there? I saw you were on the waiting list.
How am I gonna get my coffee tomorrow morning?
On the little stove.
Really?
Yeah, we'll have a little cook stove
Really?
there. Yeah, we'll make hot breakfast.
Do you have oatmeal?
Hell yeah. Let me set the stage here. We're at Jamie's house. Okay, Jamie's about the coolest guy in town. The best bike rider ever known to man. We're here with many of the coolest people in town. We just signed up for the bike race. Gave all my money away to the bike gods and we're about to party down all the way till 9 o'clock. And then we're going to bed. Because tomorrow's the big race day.
Throw your hair back out. Every little bit counts, man.
Too much energy.
Too much energy.
I asked Jamie, should I shave my leg? Or I said, what's the
advantage?
Yeah, like how important is it? And he says nothing. He says nothing. And then,
Because if we get like 6 or 7 of us,
I go, oh stiffy!
all locals are gonna have like an incredible extreme advantage in those corners, man. So we can like have like 100 feet at the bottom of that little descent, and we'll just give them a little scare going up to Meadow Creek.
There's 15 of us total. Say
Plus my air
we can't expect more than half
They're pretty
of
much
us to jump.
Baseline and start. Come on, guys, let's work together. We'll all do well. And meanwhile, the peloton's like, I don't want to pull, you pull. They're like, hey, why am I doing all the pulling? And like, I'm gonna slow down and let someone else pull.
I'd be willing to do it just fuck it.
Because if we're working the same hard as they are, then they're not going to catch us. So we're going to have to make them work harder than us to catch us, you know what I mean? Sugar?
Yeah, a lot of sugar, and then one that's just plain water, and then plan on picking up a water bottle at the feet.
So that's my plan. Come with, or kick it with the peloton.
Oh, you have the ones that like.
And I recommend coming with.
Stage 1 of the Tour of the Gila for the Cat 405s is what we call the inner loop. The race starts in historic Pinos Altos. They start a climb up to Meadow Creek. This is the section of the race where we call trimming the fat. Wicked, scary, fast descent down the Sapio. Really windy, lots of turns, always crashes, always sketchy, always dangerous. Here in the Members Valley, this is where the riders are going to take advantage of drafting. They want to conserve as much energy as possible. A climb which goes up Ackland Hill is just enough to bite the legs, and then they're going to hit the high spot. At this point, there might be 30 riders left in the front group. Everyone else, all the stragglers, are still left behind. And then they're going to make a kind of winding descent down to the finish line in Fort Baird.
And that's where there's always 10 or 15 dudes that get shelled off the back.
Right off the start here and at the Sapio is where I'm going to try to catch a little time.
It's painful from the start. You know, I'm just working the whole time. There is no sitting in, there's no resting.
Like the Tour of the Gila is really the only reason why I ride.
You know, this has got to be one of the toughest stage races in the country, and so some of it still gets back to that survival mode. I mean, you got to be able to survive just to get to the finish line.
The reason that I race, it presents a challenge. You get such, rewards out of it.
Yeah, racing on the road seems pretty stupid, but I have a bike. I have a road bike, and that makes me forced to ride the Tour of the Gila because I live here, I'm from here, and I'm representing the locals.
I'm just going to join, but you know, a group of people who said they actually wanted to participate and try to do well in it.
Diggy diggy ding dak oh diggy diggy ding dak diggy ba. The angle at which I hit the earth is perpendicular to its parallel, and everything explodes laughing into all colors and stars. I tried to make a serious face.
Not a lot of sympathy when somebody suffers.
The universe smirks and giggles and laughs me off my shit.
There's so many aspects to it. It's not just about strength and endurance and muscle strength.
You know, like you go out there and you're just ready to eat somebody's ass up going up the mountain.
You have to be philosophical about that at this age.
It's just the competition you get into sometimes. You know, gotta hang with the pack.
Never to be found again. Ooh. Never to be found again. Oh, papers of an organized.
Coming down that thing, that's just a couple 180 hairpins, and you know I'm slowing down about 5 miles an hour going around the corner and trying to skid off into the Choya, and descending is something I don't understand at all. The real goal is just to stay with the pack as long as possible. That's the real challenge for me.
I'm not a very gifted endurance athlete, but there's something really fun, fascinating to me about bicycles.
This raises its eyebrows just like that.
I think it's exciting to look at what potential Michael has. The nice thing about cycling is it's cumulative. So the more you ride, the better you get. It's been very gratifying seeing his hard work pay off. There's not many other sports that allow you to be 21 years difference in age than your son and be able to participate in the same thing and actually try to help him out and do well in races. So
Michael Robinson and Brian Robinson, I think, will have their strategy that they'll execute, and they have a good chance of doing really well.
Usually our strategy is Dad does all the work and I just get to finish strong.
I typically tend to ride more towards the front and make sure that Michael stays behind me for the majority of the race.
It's amazing what he does. He's just a big diesel engine. He'll go to the front and pull for miles, and then right at the finish line he lets me have it.
I want to stay with the pack, man. I don't want to get left behind this time. And I don't want to piss my shorts. Whatever I can do to stay with the pack and not piss my shorts, those are the two most important things pretty much.
Down into the ocean, never to be found again. Oh, and all my ideas go scattering with the shore gusts off in all directions. Papers of an organized book I thought was ready for publishing. Oh, never to be found again. Oh, never to be found, never to be found again. Never to be found again. Oh, never to be found again. Never to be found again. And I stand up in my wet clothes. Oh, and laugh the roof off.
Going up that hill. I couldn't feel my legs, like I didn't know, it was like this out-of-body experience.
And I never really felt really good. I just kind of climbed up to mediocre.
Man, this was some dark hours.
Mostly. And then they caught me. And then they weren't able to drop me.
Next time you attack, and it's like, well, that didn't work very well. I burned myself out. That's the only way you learn. If you're back there, like, you know, if you're back there and you're not playing around with the group, you never learn. Yeah, that's what you want to do, is you want to be playing. It's all about playing with the group.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a time trial. Tomorrow's a recovery day.
Yeah.
Really.
Tomorrow's a recovery?
Tomorrow's the
Yeah.
hardest day, I'd say.
Tomorrow's the hardest day?
Time trial, I mean, as far as what it does to your body.
Nah, you're right. You're right. You're screwed, man.
It is only 16. It's short, but it's
No, you're right.
Wow, this coffee is giving me a serious buzz.
I'm looking to go out there and give it my all, basically, and just recover on Saturday. That's the guy that's in first for ours.
Oh, really?
That's
Sean
what I'm-
Honka?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Stage 2 of the Tour de Gila for the Cat 4-5s is the Tyrone Time Trial. A time trial is where individual riders go off in intervals, usually 1-minute intervals, and they race against the clock. So it starts off with about a 4-mile climb at 5%. Once you peak out, you have a 1-mile descent, really fast, little climb, and this is the turnaround. This is where people make a 180 on the road, and now they're going to head back in the same direction from which they just came. So basically, it's everything just in reverse. You're going to go down, you have a little descent, then you have to go up the backside of that last climb. This is a little bit steeper. It's shorter, but very steep. It's almost at the end of the race. Once you get on top here, and you make that final 4-mile descent, and hopefully finish up strong.
I had initially been really excited about doing the tour because the time trial was not in there and it was a 3-day event.
I've done other time trials, but this will be my first big one.
Turns out you do all this stuff to spend time with your kids, and then pretty soon they're tougher and stronger, and they just want to ride away from you.
And I can outdrink all the 20-year-olds here in town.
Yeah.
They try and keep up with me, but it's to no avail.
Cycling? I don't consider myself a cyclist. I just ride bikes.
You know, I have a reputation in town of being kind of creepy because I feel such a passion for cycling and cyclists.
When I started cycling, it was kind of a dream come true for me because I get to see the race from the inside, and it's a lot different.
We shall be like icebreakers to the wind. We will split the wind in half, make it our friend and our challenge.
I like to go out and ride hard, you know. There's something really cool about bikes. Plain and simple.
All right, Jake! Go, Jake!
And I think there's something in people that loves to, there's this little kind of warrior thing, and this is like a very safe way to do it. You know, like
All right, yeah! Let's go!
Well, my
my goal was to finish like top 3 and win the time trial.
I think the time trial is going to separate some of the main contenders.
Get up!
It starts off and it really, really hurts. There's that initial questioning of your body. You ask yourself, man, do I really want to do this? Is my body going to be able to keep on going?
It's just really, really strange to pit our happiness and enjoyment on that final result.
This is what you kind of train for the whole winter, is to do this race.
Feet from the top of the last climb, I still had some, and Michael was reeling in one other guy. Michael was right next to him, and I just punched it with everything I had, and I blasted right by both of them.
I thought I kind of kept past you, and then
Yeah, I finally felt like I had some power.
Locals breakaway, man.
Yeah.
Like lap 1.
Nobody knows. Wait, 3 different teams.
Let them go. Yeah, dude. Yeah. And we could finish with 5 of us, probably, in the end.
You talking about the plan tomorrow?
I'll say I'll hop in and then just do a monster pull.
Lead us out, man.
Lead us out. There you go.
Crit is an opportunity to play with the peloton, man.
Is there any way we can hurt Jesse's chances?
And you guys are going to get swallowed up. So there's 2 of you, 2 to 4 guys. You're going to get swallowed up.
That's why we want 4 people, 3 or 4 people, so it's definitely a threat.
So we'll tell any locals, look, if you want to go, we're not going to wait for you longer than 6 or 7 laps.
I kind of just want to go for it at that first corner and try to get away, dude. Just you and me.
You constantly got to be making your way up to the front, it seems like.
Just from the start, man. Right when they blow the whistle, everyone goes to clip in, fucking book it.
And a Sano Beachy guy through first on every lap, so the whole town can cheer.
Yeah, there should always be a Beachy out there. Someone from Silver should be out there. And we're
going to attack on lap 6.
I don't want to put my bibs on.
For sure.
No.
Criterium, or crit as we call it in the cycling world. It's a race that's sectioned off. It's usually in a downtown area. The one in the Tour de Gila is a 4-corner crit, all left-hand turns. It's about a 1.1 mile course, and so the racers have to do 15 laps of that. Spectators line the whole course. They're yelling, they're screaming, they're excited. This amps up the racers. They go really fast all day long, give it 100%. there's going to be the peloton of riders, 100 guys on this really small course, and many of them are going to get dropped or shelled from the pack, as we like to call it.
If they get dropped, the official at the start-finish will decide if they are in risk of being overtaken by the peloton. If they are, that becomes dangerous because we have 100 guys going 10, 15 miles an hour faster than the individuals, and it's a surprise. So what the official will do is he'll pull the riders that have been shelled off.
22nd annual tour of the Gila. We got a lot of sponsors, got a lot of racing going on today. Our winners, category 3 and 4 race.
My name is Erica Burley. I'm 20. I'm from Socorro. I go to school here. I ride bikes. and I'm broke, so I decided I was going to do the Tour of the Gila, and $130 or whatever it takes isn't really that much money to come up with, so I decided I would do a bake sale. And it wasn't going so well because even though I was like really easygoing about it, I was like, if you want to give me a donation, I'll give you a free cookie. You can give me as much or as little as you want, and it's not a big deal. You can even like not give me anything. People just like, they weren't really into it until I went to work and told my boss, and so she just wrote me a check. So now I'm raising money for some new shorts so I can stencil her logo on there on the butt. So advertise. If you want a graphic illustrator, Karen Carr. You definitely want her to do it for you. Karen Carr Studios, KarenCarr.com.
I thought it was really fun, and I like how it feels to just push oneself physically. I think it's really kind of cathartic, and I love the social scene. All the people I ride bikes with, they're all so much fun to hang out with. So riding bikes with everybody's fun. Yeah, I like the crit. I think it's really exciting because everyone's like standing along the street screaming.
Okay, ladies, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And so, we're not that strong.
It's kind of scary because, your wheels are all really close together. Everybody's right next to each other. That kind of sketches me out. It's kind of stressful because you just gotta hang on.
I want to go out there and mock these dudes that go out and buy like their $130 jerseys, and they're like, oh yeah, you're riding without a jersey, you're funny. Micro wusses.
Mike Keski, and the leader right now in the pink jersey, also on the Bicycling Magazine, Tom, Sean.
Yeah, while everybody else is suffering in the wind, I will be loving it.
And they're off. It's a big field of riders as we have what looks like 83 on the line here at this stage. Well, the race leader 42 years Bicycling Magazine, Hank reading the group. And so Hank bringing them through.
everybody will work together if they get a chance.
And I would really love to see strong local representation in the top 10.
I think if the team dynamics work out to where we can all help one another to get somebody into the overall lead, that's the way we should look at it.
I wouldn't do anything to help Dr. Robinson.
No, I wouldn't either.
He's a rival.
I don't think there's a rivalry between us, Sana Beach, and Gila Cyclophilia.
I got some anxiety about that hairpin turn down there at Broadway and Bullard. I think that McIntosh and I both feel a little fearful about that.
We could do it fine, like one at a time, but you get 84 other guys going through a turn with you, that's a little intimidating.
It's a sport, you know, it's a real tough sport, mentally, physically.
You know, why do people compete? Why do people do competition? Why does anybody put themselves in this kind of situation? Because most people lose.
It's, you know, the thing is about suffering and how well you suffer. And so I'll suffer through it, and you know, no matter what happens, I'll feel really good about it when it's over.
And once you lose the pack, there's no catching back on, man. It's over.
Everyone who finishes this tour of the Gila a serious winner. Dominic, a little bit of show there for the crowd, but he has earned it the last couple days. Of course, riding the inner loop road.
We have a lot to learn about team strategy.
She took my cape away at the starting line and I lost all my superhero powers.
I don't think teamwork comes into very much play in the 4-5s. It's pretty much the strongest man is going to win.
Michael Robinson, I think, is the strongest, or me. I'm not sure. We'll see.
This is going to be Severs and Robinson. Severs and Robinson are still clear. They are still switching off at the front. It's Severs and Robinson. Oh, boy. Leading the little through there. A local rider, Wendy Severs, riding for Son.
Me and Dad are pretty crazy about training. I mean, we love it. We're fiercely dedicated to it.
Normally about 5 or 6 days a week.
You know, he works 10 hours a week and trains 60 hours a week. So does his bratty kid.
The race actually happens before the race. So I feel like I've been racing pretty good.
Yeah, well, Jesse and I had a plan to just fly off the front, send out some guys and just kind of mess with Pink Jersey's head. It didn't work out too well because the pace was pretty quick off the start. So me and this other guy tried to go make a break, and he was the guy that was in 5th or something. But I just died.
And here we go, riders with the 4 to go. And the 4. Last remaining
I thought I could hold him off because I had been sitting in the whole day, and I felt good, and just I needed someone else there with me. I was trying to make a move. Didn't want to be boring racing, you know, like Pink Jersey. I couldn't get enough oxygen to my legs. It sounds like, you know, stupid, but just the elevation is definitely noticeable, and they just burn up faster than normal.
I'm not doing as good as I should because I just can't help the attack. Throw caution to the wind and just like have fun. Just go for it. Give those guys something to think about for a second, even if it's only for a second, you know. I mean, we all think we're racing to have some momentary glimpse of greatness.
Eventually you reach a point where I think you kind of forget about that and you realize, man, I'm out my bike, I'm having a great time.
You guys are done. You're done. We're done here. 1 to go. 1 to go. 4 left to go. Right now, the final 200 meters. And speaking of the other colored jersey, that is Brian Banglaw, riding for Grand Rapids Cyclophilia out of Ada, Michigan. And he's headed down the Blueprint, one of the early green winners. And he is
A lot more fun than probably any of the other stages.
All that time I spent worrying about it last night was kind of for naught.
I hadn't seen this little guy all week, so I felt bad and I wanted to take care of him today. It's a pretty sad excuse, but that's my excuse right there.
A lot of excitement, corners, you know. I don't know. I wish I would have hung with the pack longer.
Future cyclist right here.
My biggest problem is I'm too damn aggressive. That's what I figured out.
You gonna win the Tour de France someday? You gonna win how about just the Tour of the Gila? How about just the Tour of the Gila 4-5? How about that? Daddy will work for you. I'm gonna work for him. Just like the Robinsons. I'm jealous of the Robinsons.
Your engine! Boom!
Get your foot on the
Get on your mark! Get set! Go! Look at this! What a powerful going! Whoa! Rule down here! What a great!
Like, the leader's just going to sit in too, and he's going to be rested for that hill.
Yeah.
If we're out there flying, he's going to be worried about chasing us in.
I know.
And he's going to have to work harder. And we want his heart rate jacked up when he hits the Sapio.
Essentially, the last stage of the Tour de Gila is the first stage, just in reverse. It's the inner loop, but counterclockwise.
They'll start in Silver City, go up to the high spot. On a race like this, if you have a mechanical or something going wrong, you want to do it in the middle of a climb or in the middle of a descent. If you're in a flat area with that tends to be windy, like the Mimbres, it's not a place to have a mechanical or to not be paying attention to the peloton.
The best strategy to do in this event: sit in, conserve, stay out of the wind, wait for the final climb. This is where the race happens. This is the Sapio. This is a 4-mile steep climb, so this is where you want to make the move if you think you can win that day. The last pitch in a PA, the last 500 meters, it's a killer, especially after 71 miles of racing.
Yeah, I had this in a Rosa. Yeah.
Jeff Reese, are you here?
He's not here. No.
Raymer Sievers? Raymer Sievers, number 573.
Este cielo azul. Este cielo azul. Este cielo azul. La vida azul, la ropa azul, el mar azul, y eres tú.
Knows, man, day 4. I don't know, man. I might just step it up a notch, man. I might just be ready for this race. I might just be a contender.
Y eres tú, y eres tú, y eres tú, y eres tú. Sonrisa azul, deprisa azul, la rumba azul, el niño azul, y eres tú, y eres tú, y eres tú. Camino azul, destino azul, del norte al sur. Y eres tú, Pedro, eres tú. ¡Uy! la verdad azul. Eso, dale. Venga, venga. Vámonos. El cielo azul, la vida azul, la ropa azul, el mar azul. Y eres tú, y eres tú, y eres tú, y eres tú. La flor azul, el amor azul, el mundo azul, el fondo azul. Y eres tú, y eres tú, y eres tú, y eres tú. Sonrisa azul, deprisa azul, la rumba azul, el niño azul. Y eres tú, y eres tú, y eres tú. Camino azul, destino azul, del norte al sur.
And Sapio is just a whole climb unto itself.
A lot of torturing going on.
I'm always prepared for the Sapio. It's my hometown here. This is my Sapio, and it loves me, and I love it.
It's a nice diversion. It's keeps me out of trouble. I could be doing other things.
It's just like the 20 intensest minutes of the race. It's really steep.
That's what's so exciting about this moment is that I really feel like I'm gonna race well, and I'm gonna race and ride my hardest, and you know, I'm gonna give myself a chance to win.
I cannot tell. All right, let's make some noise. What? And going to take this overall race leader. Good rule down here. As he comes along, and that is Sean Henka. We will see if he is able to hold on to that lead. If he only has...
finishing for Team Aquaspur out of San Diego, Shane Meisty.
Yeah, good job. Dominic, always ever popular.
Just sticking with the pack was my goal, and then it all kind of came together at the end.
Saw you go by me, nice ride. You went by me up the Sapio.
Yes! It's Miller time, boys. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bueno, los felicito a ustedes.
Sitting on a hammock, waiting for you. The sunlight streaming through the trees, a cool breeze. This is true delight. Come night, remind me how I like to get warm when it's cold outside. The moment so wide. Ooh, sundown, you sound happy. Sundown, my town, happy. Now we're sitting by the fire In my mud house, cozy simplicity, no electricity, nothing but the fire and the candlelight kissing me. Rice and beans, corn tortillas on the fire, it's all from the garden, it's all I could desire. How could my standard of living get any higher? I said, how could my standard of living get any higher? Sundown, no sound. Sundown, no sound.
It's a surprise. Who's gonna hit?
Later, chicos.
Da 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 da. Bum bum. Da 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 da. Sundown, no sound. Happy sundown, my town. Happy. Sitting on a hammock, waiting for you. The sunlight streaming through the trees, a cool breeze. This is true delight come night. Remind me how I like to get warm when it's cold outside, the moment so wide. Ooh,